Welcome back, guys, to Andrew Penman YouTube. What is up, dudes, dudesses? We're here today, as I promised, the overview of the top three skateboards. Skateboards for surfing, the surfing carving skateboard. So today we are looking at the other two companies that are competing with the SmoothStar. As you knew, last week I did the actual review of the SmoothStar. I came up with the Toledo, Filipe Toledo, the Pro Surfer. Hash 77 was the best skateboard size and shape for me, and I really loved that, and I got a 9.7 rating out of 10. So this one now is a Dolphin Cruiser. This is the SmoothStar, the biggest they have in the range. It's a Dolphin Cruiser. As you can see, it hasn't got as deep scalloped out deck at the back. It's still got the same big single concave. That's the design on the bottom of the Dolphin Cruiser. Yellow wheels standard. All these SmoothStars have the same wheels, same design bottom, so you can tell which ones they are. Now this is 39 inches in length, nearly 40 inches, with a wheelbase of 26 inches. Okay, so this is going to same mechanism. Now this is going to suit the taller rider more than, say, the 6'2", 6'4", maybe 100 kilo rider. I have ridden this initially, and I'll go through it when I take it for a test ride now. It is a really nice feel. So it doesn't have that really sharp bite or that carve that the Toledo has, or the Manta, but it does have a nice carve. It's still super loose truck and super, super sharp turning. So yeah, that's the Dolphin Cruiser. We'll go through that, and that is you can see the difference in size on the Dolphin Cruiser. Now today we've got the other two companies, and first of all there's the Carver, and this is the Carver. Now this is the one that Mellow are advertising heavily on their Mellow board to try. Their truck system is a little bit different. We'll go to it now and show you the truck system. As you can see, it pivots very similarly to the SmoothStar, but it has a locking. It just locks here and it locks here, so it doesn't go any further, which is kind of a safety provision. It also has a rough anodized finish on it, not as nice as premium finished as the SmoothStar. So that's your Carver. Now with the Carver, it's a shorter board. As you can see, it's nowhere near as big as the SmoothStar decks, and it's got a very similar concave in the center and a kicktail in the back. Yeah, so the wheelbase looks to be even shorter than the actual SmoothStar. Notice the trucks are the same size front and bottom, the same distance, same size trucks. That is also goes for the SmoothStar. So the SmoothStar actually has exactly the same size trucks. You'll notice it's a slightly smaller wheel on the front than the rear. Very slightly smaller wheel on the front of that SmoothStar design for the Toledo model. So this is the one we'll be checking out today. The second company who are pushing the envelope in terms of these sort of surfing skateboards is SurfSkate. And here's the SurfSkate model. This is an earlier model. This is very similar to the current Jamie O'Brien, the Red Bull Pro Surfer model. It's got the gorilla grip. It's got the riding on the blank as if it's a surfboard. It's got the stringers on the side, the swallowtail, and a kick on the nose. Look, straight away you can see the truck distance at the bottom is a lot wider than the fronts are very, very short. When you first ride these things, they feel a little bit like riding a skateboard with a single shopping trolley on the front. They're very, very sketchy and just start wobbling and carving. This feels like a shopping trolley on the front. It's extremely loose. We'll go to the truck system now, have a look at it. As you see, it's got springs on both sides, exposed. It's very loose. You've got a 180-degree turn on that, easy. It can jackknife by looks of it, so I'm not sure how it's going to perform. We'll have a look at that. But essentially, that is the SurfSkate, and it says on here patent pending. So patent pending. I don't know the actual patent on this on the SmoothStars is actually a proper patent. So be interested to see what happens when I get out in the field and test these. So we've got the top three today, the SmoothStar, and we've got the Carver, and we've got the SurfSkate. So let's get out there, guys, have a ride of them, and we'll test them. We'll do a speed test with a pump, with a vitometer, and we'll see which one I think is the best. So remember the Toledo #77's got a 9.7 out of 10 rating, as I said, so it'll be tough to beat. So let's get out in the field and we'll have a ride of these things, and we'll get back in a moment. Okay, it's now time for the Filipe Toledo 77, #77. This is the signature model for the pro surfer, currently ranked #1 in the world on the world tour. Filipe Toledo, Brazilian, amazing surfer, and he uses this technology to train with. The truck system have not changed, they're still the same as the Manta. It's powder coated black now though, so it's all powder coated black. It's a good look. It's a smaller deck, as you can see, and it's got a nice concave to it. It's also got a shorter wheelbase by about 2 inches from the Manta, as you can see, and deck wise, yeah, it's pretty much a bit smaller. Now, this will do weights up to 95 kilos, that's me, and I'll take it for a test, all 4 boards on the basketball court, which is super uber smooth concrete, and do the pump test, which is where you probably get the most benefit for your training. But this is a bit of a ramp thing I'm trying, just see. Now going to try the Manta, which is the SmoothStar. So we'll give the SmoothStar Manta a go. It's designed for a heavier rider, around about 95 to 100 kilos. The front truck system is exactly the same, so we'll check it out. Let's go. Okay guys, we're now going to test the Dolphin Cruiser. As you can see, it's 39 inches long, and it's got a wheelbase of 26 inches. So it's a longer SmoothStar, and it's going to be more for the cruise. You'll still carve really well with these trucks. We'll check how it goes against the Manta Ray and the Toledo 77. Let's check it out. Okay guys, we're now going to skate on the Carver. The Carver is a really nice board. It's got a slightly different mechanism. As you can see here, it's got a pivoting area. It stops, it locks it, so you can't go any further. We'll check out the Carver board now and see how that goes. Okay guys, now we've got the skate surf, and there we have it. This is the Jamie O'Brien model pretty much. It's a little bit earlier, it's got a kink on the nose, but this truck system, check this out. It just goes completely around. So it'll be interesting to see what this can do. This is like riding a skateboard with a shopping trolley on the front of your board. And also see how narrow the trucks are, how wide the bottom is. Yeah, so we'll check it out. It does this the whole way around. It's sketchy as, so I'm going to use elbow pads as well, because I think I'm going to come off this thing. It seems to jackknife if you hit it too hard. So let's have a go of the SurfSkate and see how that holds up on the same angle. Give it a go. Okay, all padded up, no wrist guards, I should be right. This thing is uber sketchy, so I'm not going to push it too hard today, just give it a go. Look, I don't know whether this is a bad example, but certainly I'm not riding this anymore. I'll do a quick little pump test on it, but not on this. So yeah, we'll come back and talk about this. Yeah, SurfSkate's a great idea, but too much of a great idea, I think. Okay, I don't like it. This movement is far too dangerous, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know if it's the go. It's just, there's no stopping it from jackknifing. So if you put any weight on it, I came off already, as you can see. So yeah, don't know if I like the SurfSkate. Wow, impressive. Yeah, the Filipe Toledo #77 is by far the best so far, but the Carver's got a lot of merit. Let's go to the basketball field where it's uber smooth like glass, and we'll do the pump test. Let's go. Okay, here's the speed test. There's the line. We're on the SmoothStar #77. We'll give it a race, see what we can do, see what speed it can get. Okay, here we go. It's going to move around a bit, the camera, because I'm trying to carve this board. Let's see what it can get. Okay, here we go. What's the speed now? 11 kilometers an hour. There you go, 13 kilometers an hour. Just pumping. Pretty impressive, I must say. You can see I'm pumping it now with no motor. And look at the speed I'm going. Pretty impressive. Here's my silhouette with the baseball cap. This is the Manta. I'll just flip it over to show you. Right, so a bigger wheelbase. I won't get as sharp a calves, but we'll see what we get. Okay, we're off. Yeah, you've really got to pump this thing really hard. You do bigger turns actually, bigger turns, and that bigger calves. So maybe the bigger wheelbase might help. It's about top speed now. We'll check it out. 13 kilometers an hour. either my legs are the same or the wheelbase makes no difference. But it is harder, I notice, going back now. So I did the right thing getting the 77 because that would be much easier to carve with. Okay, we're going to do the speed test on the Dolphin Cruiser. You can see that's the size of it. That's the Dolphin Cruiser bottom design. We'll see what speed this actually ends up getting. Be interesting. Let's go. So we got a bit of a kick off, not much. Get the sweet spot. You got to find that sweet spot. Okay, I'm going to hold the cameras best I can here. Picking up speed now. I'm not sure if it'll beat the Carver. I think it will, and I think it'll also beat. What's the speed now? This will be about top speed now. Whoa, I can just turn around there. That's pretty impressive. I'm not sure what it was. We'll check it out when we get back to it. Okay, now we've got the Carver design truck. Get out of my shadow. Late afternoon, it's been a big day here today. Okay, so let's see the top speed of the Carver. That's the track I go on. It's smooth like glass. This cement. It's got like a rubber coating, whatever, over it. Not a rubber, but heavy paint. It's the best to ride skateboards on. If you ever bring your skateboard down here, guys, it's the biggest basketball courts, netball courts in the southern hemisphere. Massive. Check them out. And you can ride around. On electric skateboard, it's like ice skating. After a while, it's euphoric. It's like an ice skate. It's insane. You just lose all momentum of time and space flying around here for hours. Okay, let's go. The Carver. Let's see what I can do. Oh, gee. Okay. Just getting the right spot on my feet because the grip is quite strong. Here we go. Yeah, it carves from the tail a lot. You can really wiggle the sport, get speed up. I think this will be faster. Yeah, 15 kilometers an hour. Woo, I'm flying. Yeah, look, if you're going to wiggle your way around the urban city transport, having said that, I prefer the SmoothStar. It does just the same job in that department, but it's a much more refined feel. Wow. Okay, now we're going to check the speed of the this beast of a thing, this SurfSkate Jamie O'Brien. Very sketchy, but we'll get speed eventually on it. Let's see what it gets. If you're riding one of these things, guys, be very, very careful. It is so loose. I'm nearly coming off now. I'm going to get my speed up. Okay, found the sweet spot. Let's go. Let's test it. Come on, SurfSkate. See what you can do. Okay, I'll get the hang of it now a bit, but geez, it's loose. Oh, I wouldn't want to come off with the camera. That's going to be about the fastest I can get it. Okay, what's that? 13 kilometers an hour or something, I don't know. Whoa, can I get back on it? Okay. Man, this is suddenly like the surf got crowded. Check this out. This is out of control. And these guys here. I've got a perfect wave to myself though here. Hilarious. Let's get the hell out of here. locked in here. Wow. Okay, where do I start? Okay, let's start with the least impressive. Okay, as you knew when I was talking out there, the SurfSkate, yeah, it's weird. I don't get it. I don't understand the fact the trucks are so narrow. I understand this movement is far too... Look, if you're 60 kilos and you want to just sort of like wiggle around like the wiggle boards, this will be the go. Maybe it was changed its design. Please leave a comment down below if you've got one, if it's the same as this, that sort of look. But on that, I have to say, I'm very unimpressed. I can't really recommend, from my point of view, the SurfSkate. Sorry, Jamie O'Brien, sorry the guys at SurfSkate, but to me, you need to improve that stability and the spring system. It's just far too loose, quite dangerous. It kind of jackknifes. It kind of gets to a point where it kind of then goes like this. You can see there's no way in the world you can ride that. So that's the SurfSkate. I'm going to give a rating, the SurfSkate, out of 10, 5.1. 5.1 to me is my lowest rating on any skateboard so far. And 5.1 is just, well, 5's pretty much ordinary, mediocre, you know, but it's not bad like 4. It just doesn't do its job. So yeah, so that's the rating on the SurfSkate. Right, the rating on the Manta will be the same rating pretty much as the Toledo, which we gave a 9.7. I'm giving a 9.7 as well because essentially the same thing. Okay, so my buttons are all over here.
I said yes.
Yeah, so basically the shape, the design, the truck system is exactly the same. If I was 6'3" and 105 kilos, it would work the same. Pretty much the stance, how I stand on the Toledo. So yeah, the Manta is going to get a 9.7. SmoothStar, congratulations, wonderful work. Great board, beautiful design, love it. Okay. The Carver. The Carver was very, very interesting. I thought it would be something nowhere near as flexible because of that locking in device on the truck. I also thought the short wheelbase and the tiny deck wouldn't really perform. Surprising it did. The difference is it carves from the back. So because the front trucks lock and just the design of the actual back truck with the loose bushings, it seems to pivot from the back, so you can get a really nice carve up and a wiggle up. You can get a really nice speed up. These are still 15, 16 kilometers per hour. Remember guys, you don't electric skateboards, you don't need batteries. These things just go with just a pump of the centrifugal movement of the carving. Yeah, so it's a nice street carver. It's up there with the SmoothStar. The SmoothStar, I remember I gave a 9.7. I'm giving this a 9.2. It's just the truck system, I think, is a bit loose. You might get a bit of a death wobble if you're really performing down a street. You can see that movement there now. When you look at the SmoothStar, there's no movement at all. It's pretty much solid. You know, it doesn't move at all. It's just like a BMW refinement on the front of that. So that's why it's dropped some percentage down to 9.2. Like it, it's nice, mellow. Have a look at the SmoothStar for a system for your mellows, much more stable, much more bigger wheels, better. Yeah, so that's the Carver, which I did enjoy. Okay, and we've got the Dolphin Cruiser. Okay, the Dolphin Cruiser is the longest and the biggest skateboard in the SmoothStar fleet. It's 39 inches, as I said, long. It's got a 26-inch wheelbase, which makes it a lot wider than the actual Toledo. And look, you know, when I first jumped on, it did actually feel stiffer. It felt safer. You can draw bigger lines, you can do bigger carves, and you can actually get better speed, which we proved in 16 kilometers an hour on the top speed on the pump test. Okay. It does carve sharp, and I think you could get used to it to a point where you can carve it as sharp as, say, the Toledo or the Manta Ray. But yeah, it was a beautiful. It's got a slightly flatter deck there. It doesn't deep in. The Toledo really dips in quite big at the back, as you can see. as you can see on that one there, it really drops in there deep your back foot. This one doesn't as much, and you can see the wheelbase is significantly shorter. One of my impressions on the actual Dolphin Cruiser, it is absolutely incredible. Okay, I'm going to give it pretty much the same rating as the other SmoothStars, probably not as much as the actual Toledo 77, so probably a 9.5 for this out of 10 stars for performance and ride. It is a beautiful feel, and if you are a bigger guy, taller guy, you have a bigger stance, because remember guys, you've got to put the stance on this as you do on the surfboard. So however your stance on the surfboard is, that's what you need to do, replicate it on the actual SmoothStar. So essentially you'll have obviously a taller guy, a bigger stance, a shorter guy, a smaller stance. That's really what is significant when it comes to working out the size of your board. It's your height and wheels and your actual wheel, the wheel base and the actual stance. So Dolphin Cruiser, beautiful board. I really liked it. I love the design, the yellow, and I said 9.5 out of 10 for that. But pretty much if you're a taller guy, you should get the same rating as I did on the actual on the Toledo 77. Right, sorry. And the piece de resistance for the last 9.7 as well. I can't rate any higher. It's the same technical makeup, but I think because of the shape, the small wheelbase, this is my favorite board at the moment to ride in terms of any skateboard. I mean, electric skateboards are fun, guys. They're awesome, but when you start carving up embankments and using gravity and you're using carve, it's like surfing. It's just fantastic. So the SmoothStar today was the winner. I'm really impressed with it. It's a beautiful board. It's one of my favorite boards to ride right now. So guys, coming up on the channel, there's my own design overseas custom portable traveling electric skateboard that's got some secret hidden little features. I'm not making it myself. I'm getting it from components, so you can just buy those components, put them together like me, and have the best traveling electric skateboard I think in the world. It'll be a fantastic build. That's coming up on my channel very soon. We have the Viril, obviously hill climb test and speed and sprint test. That's for the F1 Viril. We've also got the Zill board finally coming out, the new Carbon Mark II, version 2, son of Mark 1, whatever you want to call it, the new Zill board coming out, carbon, and then of course the exotic wood longer deck with a 45-kilometer range, all with oxide graphene batteries, air cooling, manifold, 4 bearing turbine air suction motors. It's the top of the range thing. I'll probably even look like getting one myself because I'm so excited about it. So a lot to happen on the channel, plus some fun novelty stuff coming. So till then guys, stay safe, happy skating, safe skating. I'll see you in the next vlog. Andrew Penman signing off.